we are back for another episode of Big Six Bants. It's the UCL Roundup, and we are here with a couple of guests. First guest at the moment is Cams. Cams, is your first time on the channel, by the way?
Yeah, man. I'm very surprised. It's my first time.
That's crazy, you know. That's crazy that it's your first time on the channel. It's like slight criminal for me. That's a bit criminal, I'll be honest.
Yeah, we've been playing proper for a minute.
Yeah. Cam, tell them where they can find you and, you know, just follow about you.
If you want, you can follow my Twitter at cam_731. That's mainly why I am, Twitter. But yeah, or I'm on Sarcasm City. If you want to catch me on there, can do.
Good stuff. And obviously, as well, Sarcasm City TV also play a lot of clubs. Not so much of recent, but at some point we'll be back on it. So, yeah, there's that as well. You'll find me and Cam breaking a whole load of ankles on FIFA. You know what I'm saying? So, big up Pablo as well. He says big up the Big Six Bands family. Big up the panel. Hope you guys are having a great day. Yeah, man, it's an odd day of football, but listen, we got the job done. Probably not the best fashion, but job done. NS Sports TV, hi, big up yourself. So let's just obviously start with the game, innit? Let's start with the Liverpool game for now, and we'll get on to the City game as soon as the Chelsea guys join and Flawless joins. But 3-3, like, what is your take on the game, man? What's your take on that? Because I think it was a bit of a crazy game, but only because you allowed it to be a crazy game.
Yeah, I think that second half we kind of thought we had it wrapped up, and we got a little bit complacent. And obviously the highline's I feel like it's not as effective about Van Dijk. You saw them two last goals just because the high line were just a little fine margins. I got them 2 goals. I think we got a bit too complacent in that second half, personally.
But by the way, before I reply to that, Abdallah, actually, I can't. Boy, have you changed your Twitter, bro? I can't find your Twitter. Like, I can't find your Twitter. I was supposed to shout you for this video. So if you want to be in this video, if you want to jump in this video, DM me. I'll send you the link. I was trying to find you. But I think the last 2 goals were a bit crazy. Again, I think the highline wasn't as effective, and the worst thing is we was in cruise control. We were in cruise control, like literally. Oh, hey, Surfer.
Hello.
I didn't see you there. Hey guys. I think is this your first time on Big Six Bands, or am I? Second time. So this is Surfer's Champions League debut on Big Six Bands. Make sure everyone subscribes to. Well, Surfer will tell you guys. Surfer, tell the people where they can find you.
At Twitter at the Winter Surfer, but just like Cam's, we're residents at Sarcasm City, really. So you'll catch us there probably every day, nearly. So, but yeah, you'll catch us there. But yeah, all around basically. So yeah,
you just be everywhere. Chelsea fans TV, Sarcasm City TV.
Yeah, I think I'm the Miz of streams. They just send me everywhere. You know,
he's not contracted.
Yeah.
But I love the name, Missed Opportunities. Talk to us a little bit about
that. Just even last night, just the actual. I might be crazy me to say I think Real Madrid aren't better than us. I just think we just didn't play well enough. That first leg was just the first leg killed us really. The first leg absolutely killed us. But it's boring. I don't even say it. Last 5 years we've had this problem. We can't finish. We're just rubbish at finishing. We're just rubbish at converting chances. I read a stat over the 2 legs. We had 49 shots to their 19.
Yeah, but
that's ridiculous.
I think you lot. I don't even think it's always the finish. And I think that game particularly was the finish.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, definitely.
It was the finish.
Yeah,
but I think a lot of the time, I think you lot have struggled to create opportunities. I think you lot can create half chances. You lot can create, but clear cut chances, I don't see many from Chelsea. Like some of the goals I see are either spectacular or half chances.
Even
one goal.
Yeah, but even like yesterday, Kai had that header.
That's the chance.
And then it's like, and then Ziyech had that. He shot in near post, and I just thought he should have passed it into the box. It's either that or it's decision making, isn't it? That's what it is, really.
Yeah, I think it's a mixture of both.
Yeah,
I think it's a mixture of both. Like, I look at some of the goals you guys score. I look at Mountain's volley earlier on in the season, brilliant goal. I look at Kai Havertz's touch and finish. Like it's either even Alonso's volley that was offside. sorry, handball. Sorry, it's either spectacular,
Yeah.
or it's a half chance.
Yeah, I just want the next 10 goals we score. I just want tap-ins.
Apart from obviously the 6-0.
No, but I just no. Next 10 goals we score, I just want normal tap-ins. I just want like in the box, just tap it like that. You're right. It's never simple. It's never
100%. I agree. But we'll just literally, me and Cam were just covering some of the Liverpool game. I don't know. Did you catch any of the Liverpool game?
I left when it was 3-1 because obviously the City Atletico game, that first half. Oh my god, that was some dreadful football. That
just
first
boring.
half. Yeah, boring. And then when you went 3-1 up, I sort of switched back over because Atletico were attempting to attack on and off the pitch, ironically. So but I thought looking at your lot tonight, man. It was you got the job done in the first leg. It didn't matter what they did. You were going to score against them. It was like it was one of those. You know what I mean? And luckily for you guys, City picked up a couple of injuries as well tonight.
DB, Cancelo's not available for the first leg.
Yeah, Kyle Walker picked up a nasty looking injury. Phil Foden, they kicked off the pitch. And Kevin De Bruyne got strapped up as well on his leg.
What happened to Kyle Walker? Did he like?
So he went for the ball and his ankle planted and it twisted. Not like breakage, but sometimes if you're walking
you turn your
around
ankle
yourself, and it's sort of like that. Yes, and he couldn't run it off. So he'll definitely. I don't think he'll play against you lot. I don't think he'll play against you lot this Saturday. So.
No, we'll fuck up City on the weekend. City are going to get fucked up on the weekend anyway. I'm not worried about that. They're getting fucked up. But I mean, it was an interesting game. As you're right, the job was done in the first game. I think the reason we even allowed them to score 3 goals is because of the position we was in. Do you know what I mean? It was 6-2 on aggregate at one point. It was 6-2, So again, more or less a normal day at the office. I think the 2 goals came dramatically against the run of play as well. Like we were battering them. Origi looked good when he come on. Salah actually looked a lot better than he's been in recent weeks. He's been stinking up the gaff. Bobby Firmino doing Bobby Firmino things. Jota played okay. We went for the full English breakfast. Midfield, Milner and Henderson. And it wasn't great, but it was like possession football, but the old way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I don't know. I'm not like, Konate got his goal. I think conceding 3 goals isn't really acceptable, but it is what it is. Got the job done, really. I got what Cam, anything else you want to just go through on the Liverpool game before we move on to the Chelsea game?
Yes, Shimikas as well. Very, very good quality.
Yeah, Shimikas.
Both deliveries were quality, especially the second one. Oof.
And Gomez.
Yeah, by the way. I was just about to say Gomez. Well, I'm not gonna lie. This might sound like just me being cheap, but I think we don't need a right back. I think we could play Gomez there. I'm not gonna lie. In these games where we need an offensive right back, I think Gomez can play there. I'm not gonna lie.
I think he's been doing that for a long time now. I think people just forgot because Trent's been so good.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Honestly. But let's talk about Chelsea. Don't worry, Surfer. It's not gonna be as ruthless, and I'm not here to laugh at you completely.
That's fine. That's fine if Liverpool fans want to laugh at me. They're a club that can do that. It's just like when I get Arsenal and Spurs fans laughing. It's like, what?
Yeah, of course.
Or this guy.
Yeah.
Speak of the devil. Speak of the devil.
Speak of the devil.
Yeah. No, I mean,
the Red Devil.
But yeah, no.
This is outrageous. You know what I'm saying? I get treated terribly in it. You know what I'm saying?
Always the victim.
But the only thing I was singing is Champions of Europe. You'll never sing that.
No. We'll sing it till May. We'll sing it till May. Champions of Europe. We'll sing it till May.
Sing it till that's brilliant.
I was doing that. You cannot sing that. You cannot sing that. You cannot sing that. I said we'll see it till May. Don't kill me. But no. So I have some questions.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I have some questions. Benzema, the Stamford Bridge bully. So You guys went 3-1 down, went into the game, nothing to
Yeah.
lose. Went 3-0 up. VAR, I think messed you up. I think, you were very unlucky with the VAR decision. But you still went and did the business.
Yeah.
Looking like he's picking up a bit of form over the last few games. Now, what I want to know is that how do you go 3-0 up and fuck it up?
Right. So this is it. And I was on the stream. I don't know if Flores remembers. I think Flores remembers me going, how can I say, you needed to make a substitution right there and then.
I remember you saying, yeah.
Like to bring Jorginho on or whoever, just to game management like that. Or he needed to get his senior players aside and say to them, the next 5 minutes, we're going to calm this down. We're just going to get through and see what the gaffer does. Now, you're not going to hear this a lot in the Chelsea fan base, but Kante was appalling last night.
Oh, yeah, he was shocking.
He was absolutely appalling, right? He gave away that ball that ended up to Modric when he should have just booted it out. I'm fine for the next 5 minutes if you guys just boot it out. I don't care where you boot it. Just boot it away from goal. Calm yourselves down. That happens. Yeah. It was a fantastic pass, good volley. And then the second goal, him and Loftus-Cheek decided to have a joint sort of thing. Say, we won't go for it. We'll just leave it. See what happens.
Yeah.
And then Rudiger, I forgot about this. I didn't see the replay. Rudiger slipped. And then Benzema's not going to miss from there, is he? And that was it, essentially. And then also, the one I couldn't get, the substitution I couldn't get, and no one's explained it to me yet, is the Werner one for Pulisic. Because I don't know if Werner was injured or anything like that, but Pulisic came on and he looked more tired than people who had been running for 120 minutes.
It's the pace of the game, though.
I know. But I just think, and this isn't like anti-Thomas Tuchel or anything like that. I just think he'd done for 80 minutes. He'd done the job. Yeah, he'd done the job for 80 minutes, and then he just didn't make the substitute. Just to make the tactical. He just made the tactics right after that. Just didn't. He just waited too long.
Yeah,
he just waited too long. And then even then, they scored a second. Like I said to you about 5 minutes ago.
Yeah,
Ziyech had that chance, right? Mm-hmm. Kai had that chance, and then right at the end, Jorginho had that chance as well. And it's like, it's fine margins, isn't it, in the Champions League? You've got to take these chances. We can't simply go, yeah, we got robbed by VAR. You still had your chances, man. You just didn't take them.
But surely, hold on, let me just get to the comments as well. So Lewis says, good evening, of course. Good evening, as Mr. Unai would say. Flawless. Says Andrew is a G. What a class act. Of course, I had to bring on one of the 30th Chelsea fans alive. Doesn't mean you won't get cooked by me, but one of the 30th Chelsea fans around. One Robert's vlog says big up the channel. Listen, I agree with a lot of what you said, sir. But I just feel like if he doesn't bring on Pulisic and Werner goes and misses, then everyone goes and says, why did he bring on Pulisic? We squeezed all the Leipzig juice out of Werner after you got that goal. Should have been taken off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Personally, I think he had the legs to play on easily.
Yeah, I do as well. Nothing's come out saying he was injured or anything like that. So
you got the subs wrong.
And we got 5 days before the semi-final. So it's not as if it's like your mob has got today and then semi-final on Saturday. We got more days in between. So it's like
there's more days in between.
Yeah, exactly. He was cooking them. He was having a good. Ironically, he was having a good game.
He actually was having a good game. He was a constant threat, even outside of the goal. Like he was with his pacing behind there.
That's something that that's something that Tuchel sometimes I do think needs to work on. Part of his game is like his substitutions and when to make them, because sometimes they're just a bit too far in or something, or they're just strange and everything like that. But it didn't change the fact that we should have taken one of those chances at least, and possibly taken the penalties. So it's one of those. So I won't feel really.
No, 100%. I also just feel like throughout the course of the game, Real Madrid, it's not like they didn't have opportunities. Like they were opportunities on both ends as well. And you kept Benzema quiet for pretty much almost as long as you needed to. He had
that chance, didn't he? After we got the goal ruled out, he hit the bar from the header.
With the header.
Just after our third goal was ruled out, the Alonso one. And apart from that, he was sort of kept quiet. But then, he can't. Listen. He just needs one chance. That's what great players just need, that one chance.
It's very
He
true.
took advantage of Rudiger slipping in front of him and Paul marking. He took the chance. It's it. It doesn't matter. It's done. You can't do anything about it.
Yeah, 100%. I also feel like, I don't know. I just feel like the midfield wasn't good enough.
No, you're right. The only one that's got credit is for the full 90 and full nearly 20 is Kovacic.
Yeah,
Kovacic is the only one. Kante, like you said once, and we said he was appalling last night.
Yeah,
and you know what? And I think it's true. I think he is protected. I don't think he's been played well for a long period of time now. And whether that's injuries finally catching up and everything like that.
Oh wait, don't say that. Sofa, don't say that, because anything said on anything said about God's child, N'Golo Kante, he might get shot. Just
that smile is not getting him out of this one. That smile.
Yeah,
personally, I think you lot are being harsh. I thought he was great yesterday, but we move. I thought that pass, that first goal.
You mentioned Kante, Saka, and your God's children. You might get shot. Okay.
No,
you might just get. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, big up.
He has to be called out, man, because he was responsible for the two goals. Essentially, he was responsible.
He was.
I'm sorry. You've done great for us, but I'm going to call you out if you haven't done great for us. You shouldn't escape anything.
Especially in a game of this magnitude, when you basically have the job done with less than 15 minutes to go.
Yeah, you know what I mean? We're talking about a League Cup tie away to Shrewsbury. We're talking about second leg of Bernabeu in the Champions League. Do you know what I mean? We're through. We're 100%, through.
100%. I just want to shout out beyond the 90 Leicester.
Big up Neil, man.
Big up Neil, doing big things. Says big up G's. Neil still in Europa Conference League, lads. We can't believe it. Did Leicester win? Did they get the win?
They're just playing tomorrow.
Oh, they're playing tomorrow. Well, Leicester got to go all the way. They got to go all the way. Neil, my guy, still rolling. Big up the panel. Congrats on Liverpool getting to the final. C1.
We're not saying that yet. We're not saying that.
Don't be doing that, C1. Don't do that one. I mean, we basically, don't do that. You need to get onto Sarcasm City TV Q&A in the future. You'd love it.
He's been there before.
Yeah. I've been there.
You've been there before. It's just that monthly. Yeah, it's just that months. Yeah, it's just that months be busy. That's all it is, and we be busy. But months is there. Months is 5 minutes. So months has been there, Neil. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, it's been a while though. I do need to do this jump on another Q&A.
Yeah, 100%. Whenever you're ready, fam. You already know.
What I'm saying. Vinny Jr. was quiet today. I don't know how that Jorginho guy finished third in the Ballon d'Or. I'll just call him George now, innit? Until he, like he's George now. You know what I'm saying? He's just George. Thoughts on the Chelsea midfield link up to the strikers? Not good enough. Kante has been shit for a while now, to be honest. Do you know what it is? Like, I hate to be this guy, but I've been saying Kante ain't the same. Like, he ain't the same. Don't compare him to Fabinho and Rodri at the moment. Don't do it. He's not in that conversation. But as soon as I say that, how dare you? Like they start bringing up his trophy cabinet. What he's been doing, I'll be like, no, we're seeing the Maurizio Sarri Kante right now. That's the Kante we're seeing at the moment.
Yeah.
But because it's coming from me, a Liverpool fan that looks 17, people don't want to hear it.
Oh my God.
You know what I'm saying? I was spitting some shit about Arsenal. I said Arsenal. I've forgotten. Arsenal fans have forgotten what it's like to be a big club and to deal with actual criticism when it comes to getting back with the big boys.
Yeah,
and that shows in their attitude and how they don't criticize their youngsters. And on top of that, how they've dealt with their top 6 clashes at this season, because they've won 3 points out of a possible 18. And what happens? The whole fan base wants to come for my neck. But I said that the day before the Crystal Palace game. You know that, guys. And what have Arsenal done since the Crystal Palace game?
You know what that is. That's the universe blessing you. That's what that is. See, when you say things like that and then they lose, that's the universe blessing you. 100%.
Back to Kante though. I'd be fine with selling him this summer.
Yeah,
you even want him as a squad player?
The only thing is, right, he's got 1 year left. He's got 1 year left, right? He's got 1 year left. He earns over 250 grand a week, right? And he's 31 now. He's getting more and more injured. And so I'm not. If I was running Chelsea, would I feel comfortable paying the guy 200 or him wanting more money, like 300k, if I'm not going to get? Let's say 35 games in all comps. Do you know what I mean?
Hey.
And listen, he's going to go down as one of the best midfielders of all time, right? We're not just talking Chelsea or Premier League, but of all time. He's going to be on a list somewhere, right? But it's just maybe time to say thank you, but we need to move on. We need reliability is the most precious source in football, right? It's precious, right?
Yeah.
it's just that. And if you're not reliable, plus our midfield options aren't that great anyway, with Jorginho as well, then I'm sorry, man. I want Gallagher back. I want to see how he does in a squad, in a big team squad. If we're at the sanctions, he hasn't signed. Get Tchouaméni. We need to move on, man. We've moved on for other players. We need to move on from Kante, I believe.
Yeah.
I guess you don't want to wait. You don't want to wait before like he's fully done to
Exactly.
eventually get rid of him. You want to still get some money for him.
Exactly, and he's only got a year left. So, you know, just thank you.
Do you know what? It's similar to what the Mane fanboys are doing and will be doing by the end of the season. At one point, it's going to be time that I hate to say it, but we need to get value off of some man. You can't let man. There's obviously, I think certain man you can run their career down at the end of the club, but you can't let too many guys do that. And obviously, I won't really get on to the Mane thing, but I think eventually that day will come, and that day's going to come a lot sooner than Liverpool fans think. But yeah, now I'm just going to run through some of the comments. I realized I forgot to do all the hashtags and tags this video, but it's fine. That's what happens when you get caught up in the City game, in the way the City game was ending.
Oh yeah. That was A1, man. That was wrestling, man. That was fantastic.
That was a battle royal at the end, man.
You know what I'm saying? It was great. Air pulls, people name calling,
man's throwing boots at each other after the game finishes.
100%. DePaul and Pep having words. Oh, it was great. You know what I'm saying? It was great. It's more exciting than the game itself.
That's what I'm saying. It was actually popping off. But yeah, so just going to run through some of the comments. C1 says Kovacic was our best midfielder this season, reached past the Vinny test, man.
Oh, for God's sake. C1.
You going at Christensen, innit?
Yeah, he was quality in it, Reece James, but still, you can't be doing that.
Not in the first leg, but
no, not in the first leg. In the second leg, though.
So what Vinny says? I don't get it. Like that's like saying you passed your maths GCSE, but you failed the calculator, and you passed the non-calculator. That's gonna average out to nothing.
You got F in the coursework.
You're basically saying Reece James, you done the coursework, but you didn't pass the test. Come on, man.
I'm bored of this thing. I just enjoy having Reece James in my team. I don't get involved in these debates. It's just ridiculous.
Because it's not a debate. I'm sorry.
That's fine. I just enjoy having Reece James. That's all.
One is basically, but yeah, we're not going to. We won't.
Yeah,
because what one's doing. Yeah.
Listen, I would say this. They're even different players. I would say that as well. They're not even like really the same.
Yeah, one has back five taps. You know what I mean?
They're both two completely opposite players. I'm not gonna lie.
Just because they're both light skin.
Yeah, that's literally. They're both light skin.
They still haven't updated Reece James' hair on FIFA yet. I'm pretty pissed.
Are they not?
No, still got the dreads. Yeah, still got the little tiny.
He's basically got Trent's haircut.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Even EA want him to be Trent. You know what I'm saying? Even EA want him to be better than Trent. But listen, there's one man I do want to discuss, and that's Ruben Loftus-Cheek at right wing back. Because God, did he cook? God, I think he was brilliant.
Can you call him? Can you refer to him as Ruben Lingard Cheeks, please? Because he's our Jesse Lingard at the moment.
He's come in and
hey, until he scores a winner in the FA Cup final, I'm not hearing that. You know what I'm saying? And that, yeah. Hold that. You know what I'm saying? And that, until he dances at the Emirates back to back, we ain't hearing that. You know what I'm saying? And that. Shout out Jay Lings. Shout out Jay Lings.
I don't even know. Don't talk about finals in Man United.
Hey. That's all we've got is past.
Ruben Loftus-Cheek. Yeah. Actually, first half I thought he was a bit below par. And then second half, I thought he was better. He's better. Another one is it's interesting what they do with Loftus-Cheek as well. What he keeps him as, or what he wants to do with him. Because before his massive injury, I thought he was it. He was going to be the guy. You know what I mean? He was going to burst through. He was going to be like a top goal scoring midfielder. I don't. They played him at right wing back, centre midfield, centre back this season. I mean. I thought second half he played. He was much better than the first half. He was part of the improvements in that. So
I think he was brilliant. Not brilliant, but like I just feel like for someone to come in against Real Madrid, and let's not say these aren't the bums of last season. They found some new lease of life this season. Real Madrid aren't bums at this moment in time, and I just feel like he's really come in and done a job. Because remember, Sal was one of the most in-demand midfielders in the transfer window. He ain't doing the job at right wing back, even though he's not a right wing back, but you know what I mean? Like, so for him to come in and do the job that he's done, and I think he's kept the ball well, he's used his bodies well, he's used his pace well. He was quite hard to get past. I feel like down that right hand side, it was more Christensen's fault, especially in the first leg, I believe.
Yeah,
so
you got
you know what I mean? So
don't mention Saul though. Better call Saul. Better call Saul a taxi to the airport in the summer. Get this one back.
It's a weird one with him, but I just think people need to give Ruben Loftus-Cheek his flowers.
Yeah, he was excellent. Very, very good.
Beyond the night, Neil says, tell them once me and Flawless said the same thing on his channel. You made 7 changes at Palace and beat them, yet they beat Arsenal 3. Neil, listen, as I said, I agree, man. Since I've made that comment that Arsenal forgot what it's like to be a big club, they haven't won a game since. So,
Eddie, spot on, fam. You know what I'm saying? Spot on, fam. 100%.
This was cold. He's pretty
so that type of passing in the midfield. I said that type of passing in the midfield, and that Cruz could only dream of it. Fantastic.
That's right. I mean, still better than any passing Man United midfield's done this season. We're all part of that, right?
Yeah.
You can hold that, Eddie. Yeah.
I still can't believe Kante was 35 mil as a still.
32. It was 32, I think. It was built into his contract. Buyout clause. 32.
But yeah, I want to talk about another incident. But let me just run through some of these comments. Mane's market value is 80 mil right now. We could easily get 50 mil. Get 50 for him on his last year. 50 for him on his last year. I mean,
that's crazy.
Nah,
30.
30 in a year. You offer me 30, I'm taking that.
That's what you paid for him, right? 30?
Yeah.
30 so if you get 30 from his last, of what he's done,
100%.
that balances the books.
I was Simeone in the past. I don't see the Vinny hype, honestly. Come on, man. He's balling out this year.
I do.
He's
doing the bits. He's doing the bits this season. You know what I'm saying? Considering how Benzema spoke about it, he's doing
he said, on my mum's life, he's playing against us. And he said, on your mama's? He said, you gonna throw on your mama's? On your mama's?
It takes a strong character to come back from that.
Max, that was what he needed, though. You know what I'm saying? Clearly, he needed that criticism from Benzema to become the player he's become so far.
He's got the competition, has he, with that fat bastard Hazard on the sidelines?
He has that half of your fan base want back in there. It's great.
Marshall, big up Marshall. He says, big up Flawless.
Big up Marshall every time.
Big up my guy Monts.
We're here as well, Marshall. You could say hello to us.
What about us? It's never you.
N'Golo Kante, it has a better smile than his smile is brighter than his form at the moment. How about that?
I'm telling you, man, that guy. I swear, if in another part, he'd be a super villain. You know what I mean? We're going to find out he's a super villain or something.
You can't. The thing is with Kante, I feel like I can't even tell him he's playing shell. Just give him a noogie and then leave him alone. Like little jab on the shoulder. I just come on, man, play a little better, bro. Come on,
you see when Rudiger went sick at him for giving the ball away.
Yeah, he went mad. We are through to the final. We will face City again, and it's going to be mad. Nathaniel James, Nathaniel James is a close second. Vinny's quality. Just some more comments here. Just gonna run through. Andrew, don't diss King Eden now. Come on, respect.
Up yours, C1. I'll diss it.
Hold that, C1. Hold that.
But it says you never know. Newcastle could buy Canteen last year. We don't know. But listen, there's 10 people in the chat right now. Please make sure we like and subscribe. I haven't put out any real promo for this prior to the video. People didn't know he was doing this today. This wasn't scheduled. So again, everyone who's in here, I know you guys are real ones because this is not a video that we have put out there from time. So the fact that there's still 10 people in here anyway is brilliant to see. So make sure you slap a like and subscribe. We are on 880 subscribers the last time I checked. Ooh. So, you know, if you want to push us to 900, make sure you do that. If you are new here, please subscribe. You know, and then once you hit 900, y'all know it's the final straight.
Let's go.
It's the final straight. You know, so once we hitting that final straight, 900 subs, it's the big 1,000. That's the final push. So road to 1,000 subs is already active, but you know. But I just wanted to say as well, I wanted to talk about the Rudiger slip that so many Chelsea fans seem to act like never happened. But don't worry, I saw the slip. I saw how it cost you.
I saw your timeline, so I know you saw the slip. I seen your timeline. Yes.
I haven't seen it. I'm not gonna lie. I need to see it.
Like I see, like you know what I'm saying. No one's talk. People need to talk about that slip because if he doesn't slip, I believe he blocks the header.
Yeah,
you're right in front of him.
You're right. The thing is, I don't know. I haven't seen how he slips. That's the thing. I don't know if he's like.
Don't worry.
Like I know you'll probably post it, and that's fine.
Yeah.
But I don't know if he's like got his legs, like he's tripping over his legs or something, or because
you go ask my man Stevie. You go ask my man.
Yeah, exactly.
You go ask my man.
But on a logical thing, I think you're right. I think if he doesn't slip, he's getting some part of his body in the way, or he's getting ahead of Benzema. I think you're 100% correct.
100%.
Why does he slip? Why? It's not as if it was like pissed. It was not as if it was raining real hard there, was it? You know what I mean? For him to like slip over or anything like that.
I don't know why Chelsea fans, and as I said, listen, Chelsea fans are on me. Like when I said Rudiger slipped with the love struck emoji, they came for me again. I said,
this guy's such a troll, you know.
I said, yo. I mean, as I said, I tweeted Rudiger slip, and the amount of Gerrard gifts that came, like it's just about been 24 hours since the Rudiger slip, and I'm still getting Gerrard memes. Like at the end of the day, you lot were trying to retain that UCL. You were trying to be the first ever team to retain that UCL. At least I went and got my Prem. I went and got my Prem 7 years later, but 6 years later, I went and got my Prem. You know what I'm saying? Listen, blame Rudiger, blame his studs. I don't know, innit? It's just funny. It's just funny that he slipped. And it's also the most shithousery player on your team happened to be the one who slipped.
But that's the thing, though. I don't know if you know, if something happens to you, your team in football, no matter how long it takes, it's going to happen to one of your rivals. It always does. No matter
eventually,
how long it takes. Eventually, it just comes around.
Oh, facts.
It's just the balance of the
year. Man. Like Gerrard slipped. Terry slipped in 08. Yeah, I hear you, fam.
I mean, no one's gonna do to me what these people are from club, but I know what you mean.
It's the three things are undefeated: time, money, and football karma. Just undefeated, right?
As I said, football karma and FIFA karma are two different things. People ain't gonna be doing to me what I be doing to them.
Exactly. Yeah,
I'm just saying.
Exactly. But you're right. It's gonna, and unfortunately, I like saying this. We're just gonna have to hold that. You know what I mean? We're just gonna have to hold that. That's what we're gonna have to hold.
I hear it.
And
I hear it.
It's now is a test of Chelsea fans. But I can't think of the words. I've lost the words. But think that it's gonna test them. See how childish they are now.
Sorry, wait. One of my cats on the maddest dump, and it's like the air's got warmer. Why is it? What the hell? Sorry. Oh my god! Yo, you lot hate the floor.
You know what that is. You know what that is. You're just talking about football karma. You see what you do when I call you a nasty piece of work for what you do to people on FIFA in pro clubs. That's karma. You know what I'm saying?
My days. The smell so bad. I feel like the air's got warmer. I feel like the air's actually got warmer.
Your cat said, "Hold that." You know what I'm saying?
Yo, just give me a sec. Just talk about the game.
Your cat's a Chelsea fan still.
Actually, you know what? Let me just check my house. I think my cat escaped. Don't know where Monts lives, but might be hold that. No. What are we talking about? The slip. Yeah, the slip.
Yeah.
I did the slips. Yeah, it cost. But I think that's not the only thing that cost us. What cost us was not finishing.
Facts.
And the first leg cost us as well.
Yeah.
So
me and Peter said it. That Mendy mistake.
leg.
I said at the end of that game, that Mendy mistake. Obviously, it wasn't all down to that, but in this tournament, it can always be down to one thing.
Mendy,
Fine margins in this
I
tournament.
forgot to talk about him. Another one of God's children. Another one. Mendy now.
Yeah.
Mendy. Because I feel like he's had about 7 howlers this year in terms of like the ball at his feet. As I said, with the ball at his hands, he's up there with the world's best. He's one of the world's best. There's no doubt about it. But with the ball at his feet, is he basically just David De Gea with a bit better positioning?
No, what I think he is, he's a product of a goalkeeping time before this one, and when they didn't work on their feet at all.
So can he be put in the Alisson?
I wouldn't put Edison up there, really. I don't rate Edison that highly.
I mean, if anyone saw, no one is.
Did you see that thing that
Edison's
weekend,
howler.
when he nearly let that goal in?
Yeah.
Like, no one he does that. He does that nearly all the time. Just
He made a big save in the last second of the game tonight.
I know, yeah, that's fine. But listen, Cams, I think all good goalkeepers are good shot. I never rate goalkeepers on shot stopping because that's what they should do.
Yeah.
It's decision making. It's coming out for the ball, like you say, distribution stuff.
Commanding, presence.
Yeah,
and stuff.
Alisson top draw for me, no problem. I don't get with these people that diss Alisson at all. He's had, I can't remember a lot of mistakes he's made this season at all, if any. But Mendy's up there. I'm just happy to listen. After suffering for Kepa for 2 years, I'm just happy to have.
Well, he's up there, right? He was
Mendy. Mendy's fine. You're right. He needs to work on his distribution. That's what he needs to work on.
He just got a banana toe. He's got banana foot.
Yeah, or did you know what? Just boot it. Just boot it.
Mendy got the shovel foot when it comes to scooping it wide. It is what it is. The amount of times I see that spray over Alonso's head.
He's got your cat's pooper scooper, Monts. That's what he's got.
Oh, yeah.
No, but why can't you just boot it? Just boot it.
Yeah, but it's the manager will.
I know. It's all
the manager goes crazy.
Yeah. Just boot it, man.
Big up Patrick Tyrant as well. He was obviously on his channel where they clipped my ass up on and put it on 360 TV. Big them up as well, man. Obviously.
I did see that. Yeah, man. Large up to them.
Yeah, Monts knows about slips, to be fair. I can't lie. When he slipped, I knew it was long. Yeah, it's one of them ones where when it happens, you're like, oh.
I feel like Chelsea fans than us, though. I'm not gonna lie. They've seen the Kante one against Arsenal. They've seen this one. They've seen the Terry one. So they've seen. I feel like the same more than us.
Because I used to bring. Do you know what it is like? Whenever people bring up the Gerrard slip, I bring up the Terry slip. But like the Terry slip's kind of lost its vim a bit now. It's lost this. It don't hit the same. It don't hit the same when I bring up the Terry slip.
Don't worry. In a couple of years, the Slippy G one will go.
No, that's never going. That's never going.
The Slippy G when that's gone for me. Like I don't even before that one used to rile me up in it. Now I think it's since he won the Prem. Since he won the Prem, the Gerrard slip don't really.
Oh, yeah.
I just wanted that. I wanted that one Prem so bad.
I guess you're right. It's the same with the Terry slip. When we won it, it doesn't matter now because you've won it. You know what I mean?
You got past it.
It's like done, and won it again. So it doesn't even matter.
Yeah, look at Taha, really good challenging his inner Gerrard. Mendy thinking he's playing sweeper keeper. Alisson, the only keeper who's been the best balance of ball and feet and shot stopper. I agree. I think Alisson this year has been
amazing this season. Alisson, amazing.
He's been exceptional this season. Once on a serious thing, for me only Alisson in the Prem better than Mendy. He's better all round game. Alisson, Naji, I can't hear. He hasn't.
Listen, Edison's a top goalkeeper. I just don't see him. For me, he's not on the same level as Alisson.
Yeah,
it's just not. When they go, it's Edison, I go.
He's exactly what City need, if that makes sense.
Yeah, he's exactly the keeper that Pep wants.
He's there for his feet. He's not there for his feet.
Alisson's had a few howlers. It was the West Ham game for me. It was the West Ham game.
Listen, this thing about world-class goalkeepers can't have howlers. No goalkeeper in the history of football hasn't had a howler or two.
This
thing that they have to be perfect is just ridiculous. It just happens.
That's what it is, though, surfer. Innit? In today's day and age, you have to be perfect, otherwise you're garbage. Innit? You're either terrible or you're generational. There's no in between.
Yeah, there's no in between. Peter Cech. For me, Peter Cech is one of the greatest goalkeepers I've ever seen. It's obviously my cousin's best goalkeeper. He makes some howlers.
Look at Neuer. Neuer's made so many howlers.
Yeah, it's true.
It's mad.
It's very, very true. So next game we want to talk about is Man United. Next game we're going to talk about is Man United.
Hold that.
So
no emotion.
There's everyone getting dropped, everyone laughing, yeah? Enjoying yourself there, Monts, yeah? Yeah, this is funny.
How about this? Flawless is like, yeah, man, we're getting Guten Tag, we're fine, we're getting Guten Tag, yeah, we're great.
Hey, put some respect on Ten Hag. Yeah, I'm saying it. Put some respect on Ten Hag.
It's Guten Tag until I see improvements, or until you lot are back in the Champions League, he's Guten Tag. Yeah,
no, he's got to get here first. You know what I'm saying? That you talking about, is the film good? It's not out yet. You know what I'm saying? He's got to get here. Let him get here.
I've seen the reviews, man. I've seen the reviews.
He's not even Monts, he's not good in He's Hagen does. That's what he is. Okay?
It's whatever you want. It's whatever you want him to be. I prefer Guten Tag because Guten Tag is it. You know what I'm saying?
I prefer not to be here at this point, but we move. But yeah, Ten Hag, innit? Ten Hag. Yeah, I'm saying.
This is a Champions League roundup.
Yeah, serious. Why did you invite me? I know this is what I'm saying now. Why am I here? This is Champions League. This is above me.
You're a bag holder. That's what you are. You're a bag holder.
Is that how I am? Yeah.
You're the Chris Rock. You got to be the Chris Rock for today. For the next 10 minutes, you got to be the Chris Rock.
This is ridiculous. Of that.
Right now, Flawless is like, don't talk shit about my club.
You know what I'm saying? Facts.
Keep the Champions League.
Keep my club's name out your fucking mouth.
You're the fools, dickheads.
Will Smith won an Oscar after that, so maybe Man United might win the trophy next season. Now that I just
100%, man. Trophy incoming, man. Conference League, that's us, fam. You know what I'm saying? Let's go. But go on.
But let's just gloss over the Man City Atletico game again. First half, basically watching paint dry. But it really did pop off in that last 15 minutes. It really did pop off. And there was a penalty incident, Ake in the back of Correa. That, for me, was a stonewall penalty. But they've just kind of, because the game was so manic, I think they've just missed it. I don't know how it's got into VAR.
Yeah.
VAR would have made it look a lot worse as well. Always looks worse in slow motion.
Just VAR doing VAR things. We know what VAR is like, man. They miss a lot. You know what I'm saying? They miss a lot.
I think VAR stands for very awkward review. Like, not video assistant referee.
I said very awkward. That's good. Yeah, very awkward.
Very awkward review. You know what I mean?
I just think it just stands for the V. Just stands for vibes. I think they're on a vibes thing. You know what I'm saying?
You saying vibes and reviews?
Yeah, man. Just vibes and reviews.
Vibes and relax.
Vibes and relax. That's a great show name,
Vibes and reviews. That was
vibes and reviews. You know what I'm saying? They're just chilling.
Keep Maguire's name out your fucking mouth.
Nah, you can diss Maguire or you want in it. That's cool. You know what I'm saying? This Maguire,
that's your player, man. You need to say Sancho, Varane.
Yeah, we need to go for the heart.
Hey, watch out! Hey, watch out! Hey, this is where you watch your fucking mouth. All right, you know what I'm saying? How dare you? How dare you? This ain't funny, Why you laughing? Why are you laughing? It's not funny.
You need to say Sancho, Varane, or Pogba to trigger Flawless.
That's what you say.
Look at these, man. This is that's below the belt, yo. It's below the belt.
There was an incident where Savage. Felipe put in a brilliant tackle on Foden, but followed through, which caused him to get a second yellow. And Savage literally dragged him up by his shirt because he thought he was. I think he thought Foden dived or something. So
no, it's because Foden rolled onto the pitch. That's what happened.
Yeah.
Foden rolled onto the pitch.
And then rolled back on again.
Back on. So he was trying to drag him off the pitch. Yeah, that's what it was.
Oh, okay. Well, either way, it was just a bit disgraceful, to be honest. But it's because I believe Atletico got Atletico.
Yes.
You hate to see it.
Yeah.
Atletico got Atletico. And as much as I don't like City, Atletico, they just piss me off. I'm so glad they're not in England. They just piss me They piss me off. You know what I'm saying?
Not just the Prem. Oh my god.
And I'm the only reason I wanted them to go through is that we done a double on them with a full English breakfast midfield of Milner and Henderson starting. So
full English breakfast midfield.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? But obviously. There was a load of stuff going on there. It really turned into some real argy-bargy. I mean, Grealish tried to get involved and Savage just pulled him by his hair.
Yeah.
I mean, a certain man just don't get involved.
It's the most he's been involved in the Champions League this season is Grealish with that hair thing, but there we go.
I mean, anything you guys want to say on the Atletico game? We are going to close off soon.
Oh,
yo,
that first
Atletico.
First half.
Yeah, go on, Sefa.
Oh, that first half was appalling, man. We were on that stream, and I switched over to Liverpool game. That's how.
But
it was.
Boovie had the Boovie from the kickoff had the audacity to tell me Liverpool play very boring football.
Yeah, did you just smile and say okay? I hope you just did to piss him off.
I just said what? I was just like, huh?
No, but
because he proceeded to call his team beautiful in the same sentence, and I was very just.
Yeah, Liverpool play hoof the ball, Burnley football. I forgot that was what they play.
Wait, is that what? Yeah, that's what. Did you watch it? Because that's what he actually said.
Watch it. No, I didn't watch it.
He said we played a bit long ball. He was like little bit long ball. I was like, what? You mean accurate diags in transition? Just because we score in transition doesn't mean we're long ball. But anyway, we're again.
But yeah, first half was don't bother reviewing the first half. It stank. Second half, City were withdrawn. City couldn't get the ball. Actually, they lost the ball quite a lot. Atletico did okay up until the penalty area, but then didn't do anything. It's not. Edison made one save, one at the end. He made
one at the end.
Save at the end.
I think you got it right, Surfer, when you said on the watch along, it was like an FA Cup third round tie, and City were playing the spirited championship side. Like there was always an element of control, and to make City being a non-entertaining game, you must really be bad. Like you are a proper party pooper, because City, whether they win or lose, are normally entertaining to watch. Those two games were awful. I can't stand Manchester City. I'm a United fan, but Atletico Madrid absolutely suck. They are cheeks. I'm saying they are living off what they've done in the past.
They just knock out.
Yeah, we're cheeks too. We just lost to Emery.
Must be like.
We cheeks too.
You just be a cheat. You're just
they suck, but there's no hype with us though. There's no hype. People hype these. People were telling me they were going to knock out Manchester City, and I was like, based off of what?
What? Yeah.
There's nothing to back it up. They don't even have. At least with us, we have the odd player where you go, all right, cool. They can do something. They got Yao Felix. That's it. You know what I'm saying? It's Felix, and that's it. It's not even about a preference thing. They're cheeks because I don't mind defensive teams, but they give you nothing. People talk about what they're going to do on the counter. Who's going to counter-attack? Griezmann, who got hooked off in both games. Yeah, but people are telling me this guy's exceptional, non-existent. Suarez. This midfield of Koke and DePaul and all these players doing what? They're fullbacks. They're a workman-like team. Yeah. They're extremely workman-like. If Brighton play terrible football, they'd be Atletico Madrid. Yeah. They're the same.
Yeah.
Workman-like.
Cats throwing up and shitting. What have I done?
You wore that shirt, fam. That's what it is. He seen that shirt and was like, fuck that. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. Seen that shirt. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Atletico Madrid suck, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm watching the game. They suck. Cheeks.
I think with the group of players they have, they need a better manager. But I think your time is up.
It's not even a too negative, and even because they kind of try to go for it, but they just have nothing. That's disrespectful to Burnley.
Yeah, Burnley with a drop on the shoulder. That's what it is.
That's disrespectful to Burnley, because it's like at least Burnley will put you under. Burnley would have put City under more pressure than Atletico Madrid did. Burnley posed more questions.
Because the thing is with Atletico is that when they play ball in it. But it's like them man that are quick in Sunday League but don't sprint.
Yeah. No, it's true. It's like.
Do you want me to give your talent to the Monsters because they'll do something better than that? Like, would you want to fucking what? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, you're right.
There are men out there that would die for pace, and man are just not running your pace.
I feel like they wait till it's too late to start actually playing ball.
Well, and then even then when they went for City, it was light.
It was jabs. It was like
there was no knockout punches. It was just light. It was light jabs.
It's like the guy's like tired, punched himself out. He's just like going, just do what you want.
Yeah,
they had that one. I've won so many rounds. I've won so many rounds. You're only going to win this if you knock me out.
Yes,
that's what it was.
It was kind of like yes.
And they had that one chance at the end where he catches them and City sort of staggered, but
and the crowd cheered. I'm saying, but he was fine.
Because we've been saying if you actually attack Manchester City, they actually stutter a little bit.
They do.
You actually attack them.
They do. We've seen Crystal Palace attack City better.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and the thing is, City had chances. Like Gundogan had two very good chances. He had the one early in the first half, and then the one late in the second half where he should have scored both of them. Like they would have been out of sight. Like it was that City didn't even have to be at their best, and they breezed past Atletico Madrid with a level of comfort.
That game just screamed 0-0, I'm not going to lie. Because City didn't need to risk anything. They could have just kept
No.
them at bay.
If-
Like the
if
hand on the head
Atletico-
to keep them back.
Yes. With
Cam,
scrappy
if
do, fam.
If Atletico were winning 1-0 in the first leg, City would have steamrolled them.
Oh, they would have,
Yes.
They would have destroyed them.
house.
They would have destroyed them.
Because
If
they
they
didn't have to.
needed
The onus is on you. Like you said, it's like the boxer. You're down 11-0 or 10-1, and it's in the 12th round. You have to knock me out to win it. And I'm expecting Atletico Madrid. All right, let's go.
The
And
only
they just
issue
didn't
for
offer
City, though, Flawless, and we saw it, is the potential injuries.
Oh,
picked up now.
yeah. With Cancelo being suspended and Walker.
Cancelo is suspended for
Let's
the
go
first
Real
leg.
Madrid, man.
Walker out. Possibly, I don't know
Let's
how long.
go
De
Real Madrid.
Bruyne was strapped up, and
Real Madrid doing bits.
Foden was kicked, and of course Grealish had his hair pulled. So that's 5 injuries right
A
there.
few weeks out, to be fair.
It's got to be at
A few
least
weeks
6 months. With
Hey, split ends is nothing to deal with, man. That's tough, man. You know
He's
what
just
I'm
signed
saying?
a new Gucci contract, isn't he, or something like that?
Really,
saying,
some
oh, it's
rehab
split
as well.
ends. But yeah, Atletico are just that. They play. Do they play that football all the time in that stadium? Because I would not go.
In the Champions League, pretty much.
The Champions League, yeah. I think domestically they play a little bit more expansively, but
I hope so, because that's in a very nice stadium, and to have that track in there, it's like, yeah. But why in the Champions League? In your group, they didn't need to play that football. They had a rubbish Milan team and a rubbish Porto team.
Yeah, hold that,
They
Snoop,
didn't need
if
to
you want
play
to.
that football.
I wouldn't say rubbish Milan team.
Yeah, Milan were decent. They're going for the title.
They're going for the title over
They
there.
go for that title, but my boy Snoop's an AC Milan fan, so hold that, Snoop. You know what I'm saying? Hold that. You know what I'm saying? Finish bottom of the group.
Hey, Snoop, you suck if you watch.
Yeah,
this.
man.
Yeah,
You suck and your team sucks.
So
You know what I'm saying?
let's just round this video off with who everyone just say who they think is going to win the Champions League and who they think will be in. So who they think will be in the final and who they think will go on to win it. And if the run will be fair, because I think a lot of people are saying our run is a very easy run, even though we had the group of death. That seems to be forgotten.
It is an easy run, but that's not your fault.
It's not your
Bayern
fault,
should have
yeah.
done the business. That's not our
That's
problem.
not your. That's not your fault.
Our group was the group of death. Did anyone see City's group?
Your group wasn't.
Can't
You
even
called it
argue
the
that.
group of death. That wasn't no group of death.
Nah. When we got it, people did. But when we beat everyone and steamrolled everyone, everyone was like, oh,
I think they
People
misspelled
forgot
death,
how good
as
we
in
were.
they couldn't.
Remember, at this point, it was still early in the season. People just forgot how much smoke Liverpool were actually on. So, and how we won every single game.
People overhyped Atletico Madrid. That's also what happened. They're not a good side. Keep saying this. They're not a good side. They're not.
Yeah, but
they're a frustrating side. They're very frustrating side.
Very frustrating side. You still got to beat them. City scored the one goal against them.
Yeah, and City
I mean?
breathes back like at comfort.
But your
We
group,
smacked six.
right?
But we smacked six goals past them. Scored 3.
So your group had Porto in it. If anyone done their research properly with Liverpool against Porto, it's like you against Norwich. You always batter those.
Oh yeah, anyone in the Portuguese, we
Portuguese,
put 7 past them.
Exactly. So if anyone
7
did their research properly, they would understand and not just look at the names and go, "Ooh, group of death." Yours was hardest. I do believe yours was hardest at the English teams. City
we also had Inter Milan in the group round of 16, by the way.
That's true. City get a group, the Champions League group, like they get FA Cup runs.
No, City had a hard group, to be fair. It was PSG, Leipzig, and Bruges.
That's a tougher group than the Liverpool group. It's a tougher group. I don't think either of them are a group of death, but it's a tougher group. Yeah, it's a tougher group. I don't think either are a group of death. Yeah,
I don't know. I think we just edge it as a tougher group.
I don't rate AC Milan, Atletico, or Porto at all.
I think Porto's our worst team in our group's better than the worst in their group.
Yeah, but PSG, like, I don't rate any of AC Milan. Like, they're struggling in Serie A. Like, we really like. It's wild to me. Atletico finished bottom.
AC Milan aren't struggling in Serie A.
No, struggling. No. Well, they're trust me. I know my Don's an AC Milan fan, and he's pulling his hair out about that.
AC Milan are top of the league.
Yeah, but if they with a game in hand in it, because they drew, they play the game.
But like,
yeah, against who they play? Who is it? Inter Milan. Who's chasing them down? Inter Milan, who you lot beat in Napoli.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying, we make all these men look ordinary in it. I'll be honest.
Yeah, facts. They do you do to them what City do to you lot. Like, yeah, it's the same shit. You know what I'm saying? Exactly.
What did City do to us? They didn't beat us. What did they do to us?
No, they didn't make you look ordinary, is what I said.
Oh, make us look ordinary.
Yeah.
Don't City beat ordinary teams?
Say that again.
Don't City beat ordinary teams?
Yeah. You caught life in that game, innit? Congrats.
Caught life.
You weren't caught life in that game. You know this.
Life.
You caught life in that game. Yes. I would say can't lie.
Bad finishing. Bad.
Lewis,
It's not my fault because they don't have a striker. They don't have a striker.
I don't think it's that. I don't think that's the lack of striker thing. Why they didn't finish them chances.
They need a striker.
I don't think it was. And decisions going their way because Thiago should have been sent off, but that's a whole other conversation.
Should have been sent off, but Rodri also should have received the handball. Kane should have been sent off against Liverpool. Therefore, that game wouldn't have resulted in the draw. It's just a circle of football.
No. Not in that game. Not with that game. Not with Thiago.
We'll just talk about the Rodri handball. I'll just dash that.
When was the Rodri handball? When was it?
Against Everton.
Oh, I thought you were talking about in that game. I don't even know. Oh, the Rodri. Yeah. I hear that. No, I thought you were talking about Liverpool City.
Oh, yeah, no.
Rodri handball. No. Yeah, that happens. I'm talking specifically about that game.
Yeah, but again, City were better than us in the game, but they're at home. Yeah. So again, we arguably, the second half was a bit closer. I think by the 80th minute, both teams just went. This is a bit too much high competitions. We'll go for the draw. Take the draw in it. But I personally think that first half we got bare backed in it. But
fucking hell, man. Jesus.
We was on the ropes. He was on the ropes getting jabbed.
Bro, we were getting jabbed on the ropes.
Oh my God.
You know, it was peak.
Hell,
it was peak. The foot was on the
Thank
net.
God it's late, man. Jesus Christ, yo.
Yeah, it's big 6 months after dark, man.
Yeah. Thank God, yo. Oh my God, that is. You're a wild boy, yo. You're a wild boy.
Oh God! Do you know I gotta keep remembering as well? That's what I say holds weight now. I get clipped hard.
You're a wild boy, fam. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like the City thing, Firmino should have started. Everyone thinks I hate Diogo Jota. Now everyone thinks I hate Diogo Jota. I don't hate Diogo Jota. I love.
You told me you think he's trash from behind the scenes.
He's our Bruno. Once I've been saying he's our Bruno.
I don't think he's trash. Diogo Jota. I've got better build up. I take the ball better than
he got a nice assist today, didn't he? Got a nice assist today.
You got an assist today. He scored against City. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That assist was an accident.
It was like Timo Werner's assist against Real Madrid. It's the same shit.
Remember when Martial stuck it top corner in that season? He scored 7 goals. Do you remember the assist? Do you remember Bruno's assist to him there? Just 5-yard pass.
Why you gotta mention how many goals he scored? You ain't slick. You know what I'm saying? You're a dick, you know. You're a dick. You know what I'm saying?
What I was gonna say was just that I believe that Diogo Jota is part of our most dangerous front three. What I believe is that when you play a team like Manchester City, you do not start Diogo Jota because you get your success against City at the Etihad through transition. Manchester United, Oli in transition, spanked them up. Tottenham in transition under 3 different managers have proved that. You know what I mean? Even times at Anfield, we've destroyed them in transition. Transition is how you beat. It's also in a way how you get at Liverpool as well. Similar styles of play. And in
the high line thing.
Yeah, and in transition, Jota's just not your guy. He's just not your guy.
His hold up plays.
It's very weird. It's very weird. It's very weird, man.
What hold up play? It's like putting Kante centre forward, fam. That's the same shit.
Shout out Frank Lampard.
It's very weird. Every club's got this player, right? That the fans, the players putting in goals or assists or whatever, but the fans are not 100% behind him. We got Mount. You've got Bruno, you got Jota, right?
No way it is. Because they're all the same guy. I've said this. I've watched a lot of Chelsea. Mason Mount is
agree. So you think Jota's good at plays trash as well, Flawless? Because it is.
Now with the Jota thing, the reason why I was reserving judgment because I was just waiting to see. But because I've watched more of Chelsea this season, I've seen Mason Mount, and I'm like, you are Bruno. He's legit the English Bruno. I've seen. You know what he does? He does the same thing when the going gets tough in the middle of the park. Several will know what I'm talking about. He'll drift out wide to the right across the ball. Bruno does the same shit for us.
From the grind, running from the grind.
As soon as there's no space in there and you can't turn or you can't play through balls, let me drift out wide. And everybody's arguments for Bruno and Mount is the same. Whether it's United fans for Bruno or Chelsea fans for Mount, is their numbers. As soon as you go to a player, if the defense of a player is numbers straight away, I know the player's trash all the time. Mm-hmm. Anytime you mention Bruno to United fan, look at his numbers.
The goals, massive goals in the game.
Yeah, he's not as great as what people make him out.
Facts, because when we're talking about Bernardo Silva, we're not going to GNA. I'm saying if we're talking about a Fabinho, we're not going to GNA straight away. It's not. As midfielders, I'm talking people. But as soon as we mention Bruno, as soon as we talk about a Thiago, as soon as you talk about a Modric, we're not talking about GNA. But as soon as it is, look at his stats, progressive pass. This is another one that's annoying me. Progressive passing. What? What we talk like? What constitutes a progressive pass and what's not? I'm saying.
Is he got to be good at passing and liberal at the same time?
Yeah, like
what is it?
Yeah, so Jota might be in that what's it called? He may be in that bracket. I'll watch him more closely.
Bruno, 100%.
If he's Jota, because what it was is you gotta understand is people like the message might have been right, but I had it from the wrong messenger in Ryan, so that's why I was more skeptical.
That's true. Yeah.
Whenever Ryan says something to me, I'm much more skeptical of it. You know what I'm saying?
He's too over the top with it.
This is my point. No, he don't, and he was the first person to say this to me. So anytime he says something to me, I'm always skeptical.
He didn't rate Salah.
That's my point.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He could tell me, Ronaldinho is the greatest of all time, and I might have to revisit that and be like, have I overrated Ronaldinho? That's how much his opinion, like, I'm 50-50 on it. Like, so because he said that to me.
No, that comment's a fact, That comment's a fact.
At least with Jota and Mount, they have top managers, so they can be directed in something positive. With Bruno, they don't have a top manager, so it's just pure chaos.
Facts.
You just let off the leash. It's like a dog. Yeah. It's like a rabid dog's let off its leash. Like with our rabid dogs, like they're on a leash, and you keep them close to you. With Bruno, he's everywhere.
Bruno is everywhere.
I still think Jota is part of our strongest front three. His build-up play is just not good enough for me, and I think people tend to say, he's a striker, he's meant to score goals. Liverpool don't play a striker. Our only success in the last 30 years has been playing a false nine.
Say it for the people in the back. I don't think they quite heard you.
Are you people stupid?
What's our best front three, Monts? What's our best front three?
Harry Maguire.
Our best front three is Diogo Jota, Mane and Salah this season, but against the top teams, Jota will sit his ass on the bench.
You have to play Firmino.
What's the best front three for you? Like not like on paper, but like what's your front three you want? I know what I want,
bro. I ain't had variation in my front. Like I've just been stuck to the same front three man up top for like 4 years, innit? So I don't really know about variation. So when you ask me questions like that, my brain gets scrambled. I like Diaz. His all-round game is better than Mane, but he's not ruthless enough. Jota, his hold-up play stinks, but he scores goals. Firmino, he's been a bit of both this season, but he's fallen off. Salah, he's in there. So we don't actually have a backup right winger anyway. So I don't know. They're all pretty good. Like Salah's in there, I believe. I'm very fond of Diaz, Firmino, and Salah because I think that's good. But I think like there's not enough killers.
Yeah, it's one killer.
Yeah, like you can't have one killer because he just gets double, tripled up on, and then in the fourth.
More killers.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, that's just why I don't know the whole thing about Diogo Jota. I'm sorry, I know he spiraled off there, but he's just he divides opinions, and I think one more thing that I'll just chime in on is just that with Jota, rival fans try and call me. It weren't just Liverpool fans cussing me; it was rival fans. Rival fans try to call me spoiled, but you're just calling me spoiled because your strikers are done out. Like Tottenham fans don't get onto me when I talk about Jota because they have Harry Kane. But Chelsea fans, because man them can't hit a barn door, and flipping Manchester United's top scorer, I think probably is 37. And you get like, and who else? Who else is there? Arsenal have Lakabunda up front. Like them man have done out strikers are saying I'm ungrateful, brother. Mind yourself, just mind yourself.
This guy's outrageous,
Because at the end of the day, like. If you had a decent striker with some decent hold-up play, you wouldn't be looking at me. You'd be going, "Oh, my striker's better than yours. He can hold up the ball and score goals." Do you know what I mean? I'm not saying
Lacazette's 4 years younger than Benzema. He's 4 years younger than Benzema. Lacazette. He's 4 years younger than Benzema.
Yeah, like Modric is younger than Rooney.
Yeah, I saw that today. That's crazy.
That is crazy.
Like, you know what I mean? But
the
game is the game, right? The game is the game. So as I said, rival fans, when your striker's done out, let me complain in it because I'm in my era right now. So and I'm not saying Jota has to have Firmino's hold up play and Firmino has to have Jota's finishing because then we'd be flipping winning everything. But
it's be a balance though. It's be a good balance.
If we're being
the reason players have deficiencies, so you play them in certain situations. Does that make sense?
But as a rival fan, unless you watch them in intensely, you don't notice it because you're only going to watch the highlights of another team. Do you know what I mean? It's until you actually like Florida said, we watched a lot of Chelsea this season, where you notice like what the Mount thing is. And we watch a lot of Man United, so we know what the Bruno issue is. And I watch a lot of Liverpool as well, so we know what the Jota issue is. But those who don't, only get the highlights of him scoring and everything like that, and then go, "Oh, what's your problem? He scores goals." So yeah, that's great. That's the most important thing. But
this is it. Sorry, this is it. You know what's funny? Jota isn't even a striker. He's a goal-scoring inside forward. Thank you. Thank you. It's actually that simple. Brian is the only one that can question a fact. How about overrated Ronaldo?
Yo, facts. He have me questioning. That's why with the Jota thing, I was hella skeptical because he goes so overboard. So I was like, all right, let me see it. But then Cam said it. But then Cam said it about Jota, and then I was like, all right, if Cam's is saying it, I know he's saying it from a place of logic. You know what I'm saying?
I'll wait for Cams to say something about Liverpool before, even if Ryan says it before.
I hold my judgment. I let
Ryan told me Thiago's better than KDB. He messaged me saying Thiago's better than KDB.
You messaged me that as well.
I was like, bro, like,
it's one of them, innit? Like he could tell me, he could be like, yo, you know, Liverpool play at Anfield, and I'm like, did he? You know what I'm saying? I'd have to question it. You know what I'm saying? And that, like, are you sure?
Man. Big up Ryan.
Large up Ryan, though. That's no bro.
His heart's in a good place.
Yeah.
Who do you think makes it?
He's just a youngster. He means no harm.
Who do you guys think makes it to the Champions League final?
Okay, logically, even though they did beat us last night, I think City would do over Real Madrid over 2 legs. So I think it's City Liverpool, if I'm being logical. But I'd like it to be Real Madrid Liverpool in the final.
Oh God, I'd like it to be Real Madrid Villarreal, but here we are.
Yeah, Real Madrid Villarreal. Let's put my opposite.
Okay, what's your head telling you, not your heart?
My head's telling me it's unfortunately, I don't even know if I'll watch this game. It's City Liverpool in the final.
Yo, he's gonna watch it. But go on.
I don't know if I'm paid.
Let's point out there. I'm definitely not watching it if it's City Liverpool. Just pointing that out there. I didn't watch the one last year, and I'm not watching this one. No, I didn't watch the one last year. I'm not doing that. No, if it's all English. I said this from early.
Why not?
If it was all English, I was like, let me go around and see people I've not seen. I legit did not watch City Chelsea. I didn't watch it.
They're gonna have the game.
What do you think?
What do I think? I think it will be. I think the final legit will be Real Madrid Liverpool. I think that'll be the final. I do.
I hate to say it, but I think it's going to be Liverpool City, and we're just going to play them so many times. I think in this next month and a bit, it's ridiculous.
It's going to be.
It'll only be twice.
My opinion, I think it's going to be Liverpool Madrid. I think who's going to win the Champions League? Liverpool going to win the Champions League. Jurgen quad squad. You already know what it is. Cam, who do you think is going to win the champs? Who's going to go?
I've said from the start, Liverpool winning the Champions League. I've had my chest out on this.
Flawless.
Who's winning the final?
Who's winning Champions League? Yeah.
I stuck by it, so I'll still go with it. Real Madrid. I'm just looking at Benzema. I think they have that. He's that X Factor player. I'm
gonna ask you one more time, and I need you to remove the Real Madrid. I need to remove the Man United top from your screen. And now I'm gonna ask you one more time. So
I mean, deadly serious. Like deadly. Of course, would Liverpool be favourites? Yes. Would I put money on Real Madrid? Yes, because I think you get good odds, and I don't think the gap is as big. Are Liverpool the better side? Absolutely. But I said that with the Chelsea Real Madrid tie, I said Chelsea were favourites. But Real Madrid have X factors to get past,
and they're in form.
Chelsea, and they did do that. And in a one-off game as well. If it was two-legged, I'd be more sided to you. In a one-off game, I will back a Ben. If you have a Benzema in your team in this form, yes, I'm going to back you.
And you know the thing with Real Madrid, they're so far in their league, they can rest Benzema for these league matches and just unleash him on the Champions League.
And they got Don Carlo, who's won what? Is he going for his fourth? You talking quads? Is he not going for his fourth?
Yeah, fourth overall.
Which would put him in. Would that put him above everybody else? I don't think anybody else.
I'd put him top above everyone.
Yo, Don Carlo, they got Modric, they got Cruz, they have players there. Don't get me wrong, a Liverpool clear favourites if it happens, yes. Yeah. But Cams, you give me an idea. If that is the final, would I put money on Real Madrid?
Yeah, you yes, I think you have good odds. 60th minute, they can punish you.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. They didn't even play too well against. They didn't even play too well against Chelsea. We've seen that specifically the second leg.
80 minutes they played.
They played shocking. Like Angelotti got it wrong. The players weren't good. But again, when you have Benzema, especially the first two goals.
Also, this Champions League experience as well. They know they've been there. This group of players have been there and done it.
Yeah.
Enough times.
And you adding in Alaba into the mix, who's been there. You got Benzema. Nobody else, I think, scores those two-headed goals at the bridge. No one else don't score those 2 goals. They're not easy chances. I'm saying, and then even in the second leg yesterday, we seen Havertz have a free header and miss it. Benzema gets a free header and scores. That's the difference right there.
Well. Did you say
Lukaku missed one. See, there we go, innit? 2-3.
Still out because of that trick, Nick.
You know what I'm saying? And that, like, that's where it is. So I'll always back what's it called? I'm carrying Benzema in that, and it's good to see him getting his flowers, and it would just be fitting with someone like Ancelotti as well, who people wrote off and told me was no good anymore. Who's my brethrens? Wait, Prime. Who? Who's my brethrens? Who? I just seen all ups in blue. You know what I'm saying? In that, I didn't see you at left back Spurs.
We're got red on, so you come back because we got red on.
Yeah. If it's a City Liverpool, I'm not watching. Just putting it out there. No watch alongs. Come here if to Big Six Banks, if Monts or someone else is doing it, because I am not involved. Just putting that out there now.
Whoever's doing a watch along for that game there, Liverpool fans.
I might be in Paris in a box because Liverpool would have made me like a representative by then.
That being said, I think I'm going to say though, Monts, if Liverpool do get to the final, I think you should do a watch along. If you're not going out to watch it.
Yeah, 100%.
I'll do mad numbers still.
Yes, that's what I'm thinking. That'll be nuts, fam. Trust me.
But guys, thank you for coming along. Flawless, let the people know where they can find you.
Sarcasm City TV people on YouTube and Twitch. Upcoming live stream schedules on both, so you know all the shows that are coming up. Champions League watch-alongs, Premier League watch-alongs, NBA as well, plus other sporting content as well. So make sure you head over, people. YouTube and Twitch.
Yes, sir. Stefan?
Yeah, follow me there. I'll tweet out what I'm on. I think we're going. Is it again? We're going on Mimi's channel for the
against
NBA?
the run of play _ people.
Play.
We will be going live in 25 minutes for a couple NBA games. So we'll be doing a double header. We're doing a playing tournament: Hawks, Hornets, and Pelicans, Spurs people. So make sure you head over there. 25 minutes.
Yeah.
But if you head over to the Sarcasm City TV Twitch, we host it anyway on there, so you'll see it. Hop over, people.
Yeah, you'll see my ugly mug. You'll see my ugly mug around.
Say that again.
I'm sorry. Talking to me playing basketball. This
guy, guys.
They ain't won something for so long. They be playing basketball.
They're trying to win. They're trying to win somewhere, innit? They're trying to win somewhere.
That was just a retired joke I've been running.
It's the only time. It's the only time you hear me say "go on Spurs." Spurs. Only time.
Someone's to clip that out of context.
Yeah, that's true. That's it. Pause. No. Go
on, Cam. Where can people find you?
You can find me on Sarcasm City most days. And yeah, follow Against the Run of Play on Twitch. Make sure you do that.
Good. San Antonio Spurs, man. You heard it here first, man. They might as well come over here and play some football. You know what I mean? I don't know. Swap places or some shit. Maybe they want some. But yeah, listen, guys, it's been a pleasure having everyone here today. A nice Champions League roundup. Hopefully the next one will be after the fixtures have happened for the first leg of the semi-finals. It will be Liverpool versus Villarreal and Real Madrid versus Manchester City. Again, we're on 880 subs. You're 20 subs away from 900. So if you're here for the first time, please subscribe. If you haven't liked, like a video. If you're here watching this back, like the video. You know what I'm saying? Tell your mum, tell your sister, tell your auntie, tell your brother, tell your mother, all of that stuff. So just before we go as well, hopefully at some point we will be getting back to Against the Run of Play pro clubs very soon.
Yes, we will be at some point. Don't know when, but we are going to pattern that. You know what it is? People, everyone just busy streaming and working hard. That's all it is. That's what it is. And then the NBA is really like, because there's so many NBA playoff games, that's made it even tougher. And then Monts being busy out here acting and that. Like, we already knew he was acting, but you seen, I'm saying, what he posted up recently and that. You know what I'm saying? You see him over on the terrace. And Monts is now a very busy man, people. You know what I'm saying? Now he's a very busy man. And rightfully so, man. You know what I'm saying? Working hard, talented.
About time.
You know what I'm saying?
About time.
Facts.
I like that one, about time. It's been a long time coming. It's only actually been a year, but as in this game. But we keep moving, we keep growing, you know what I mean? And as I said, there's enough viewers out there for us all to be eating as we
absolutely.
And there's always ankles to be broken, you know, as I like to say.
Sure.
So,
and people to rage quit.
Yeah, there's always infinite pause menus now. You don't have limited pause menus.
We love a pause.
Pause.
Yeah, Pause. Yeah. Pause stuff. But I do miss FIFA. I haven't played in ages. I actually might have forgotten how to do a couple of things, but
No, here he is.
I ain't gonna lie, I miss it. I miss playing too. You know what I'm saying? But we gonna make it happen,
I
man.
haven't played FIFA since the last time that I played clubs with you lot.
Do you want us to remind you of playing Division 1 for the first game?
Yes, that would be lovely.
Wait, Division 1?
Why don't y'all tell me?
I'm the fucking best.
The fucking
I'm the best. The best.
That's the adrenaline I miss. It's the adrenaline rush that I miss, man. We need more of that. But listen, big up Latimus, big up Timo, big up Lewis, big up Ryan, big up C1, big up Taha, big up Ravi, everyone that was in here today. Listen, zero promo, and again, you know me. I like the social experiment. I like to just dash up videos with no promo and see how it does. I'm not really worried about the numbers thing, and you guys still come through. You know, it's not exactly 40 people in the live like when we do our roundups for Premier League, but listen, I've got more than enough people in here to make this a brilliant stream and stuff, and it's brilliant. So again, catch me on the terrace. I will be on the terrace again. I'm not going to say for what, but yeah, more stuff should be coming up in the near future. I don't know who I'll be taking on in the one-on-one next. I don't know these days. Someone called a certain Latimer said I've been collecting big collaborations like they're Infinity Stones. So I guess I'm the fan of big collaborations. I'm the fan of some big collaborations. So I don't know who will be next. Maybe Expressions, or I might find myself in front of Flex or some shit when Liverpool. I don't know.
I'm trying to see that. Expressions and Monts.
You know what I mean? I personally want to take on Rants in it, see what he's got. You know what I'm saying? That's something I'd love to.
Throwing down the gauntlet.
Just throwing it out there into the universe. You know what I'm saying? But listen, guys, I've got an audition to do, so I have to go. Guys, thank you much for joining me in this video. It's been another episode of Big Six Bants. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and we will see you in the next one.
Good evening.
There you go.